Alright, welcome back to Mastered MMA. I'm Coach Lee here with you. Today we're going to get into the Flue Choke. This is a great choke when people like to wrap around your head. There's multiple ways to get into it. I'll show you a couple different ways that you end up getting there. But anyways, I got Omar with us today from the Street Beefs channel. He runs the Street Beefs GoPro.
Street Beef GoPro, which is the alternate channel or alternate angles of every video of every fight you watch.
So this is basically whenever they wrap around your head. So what I'm doing here, I'll turn it just a little bit, is where his head's wrapped around my neck, I'm going to take this arm here and I'm going to trap his arm in. Like, right, get your arm back there. Right, he can't get his arm back. A lot of guys, if they wrap around the head at this point, they're just going to squeeze.
Yeah.
He can squeeze all he wants. He's not going to choke me. Squeeze as hard as you can. Right, I'm still talking perfectly normal. There's a little pressure on the back of my neck, but nothing that's choking me because my chin is in his rib. So I'm going to lock here, and I'm going to gable grip, and I come here, and I like to get my bicep around his neck area, kind of starting on the carotid, and then I'm going to shift my weight over, and I get the tap. So I'm trying to push as much weight as I can into my shoulder so that my bicep and my shoulder and everything just cuts out all the circulation or air off, depending on how he kind of turns. This is a super effective choke if somebody wraps around your head. So let's get a different angle here. So here, Omar has wrapped around my head.
And just to show everybody, I am locked in here, and I'm actually squeezing.
Yeah, he's squeezing at it here. It doesn't bother me at all. Right, you can squeeze here. I come here. I get my tap. So that's the basics of the choke. So in general, a lot of times you'll get that off of people trying to hit guillotines. And you can hit that from half guard too, and I'll kind of play with that a little bit, but it's a lot harder, a lot more chances for him to move you back to a bad spot. So cover your back. I'll start out in your guard. So we're here, and do what?
Put that on video.
Omar wraps up. Go ahead and wrap a guillotine. Just don't squeeze yet, so I can talk. Right, so he's got it. You can go ahead and lock your hands too. So he's got a guillotine here, right? If he starts to squeeze on this, go ahead and start. It's tight, right? So when we pass, if my head's on this side of his body, I want my legs to go to this side so it turns my chin in. So go ahead, start to choke. Right, so he comes here, and I'm going to pass. As soon as I get to here, right, he hasn't changed anything. Squeeze again. Right now I'm safe. He's still got his arm wrapped because he was trying this choke. So as I'm passing, I want to pull this arm deep. I'm going to gable grip. I'm going to work my bicep up as far as I can on the neck. And then I'm going to shift my weight. And I'm going to get my tap. So let's go here. Omar wraps. And I'm going to have him choke me this time, but not really squeeze with his legs because I just want to go ahead and show the pass. So go ahead and start choking. So he's choking. Just go ahead and squeeze. Now I'm back to normal. Right? He never let off of that grip. You can hear the change in my voice. I lock. I work my bicep up. I shift my weight. I get my tap. So in half guard, we'll go over this. When he's in half guard, if he's wrapped, right, it's the same concept. It's a little harder to shift my weight, so I got to drive forward more. So instead of just setting my weight, I need to drive my shoulder up and in more. The bad part about this is for me to get the pressure, I have to lift my hips, and I'm not going to choke you, but I'm going to lift my hips here. Right, so a lot of times if I end up way up here, he can bring this leg back under and wrap around my waist, and now he's starting to put me back in the guillotine. Right, so that's the danger there. So always be aware you don't want to leave enough space under you for them to come back in to go back to that guillotine. So in general, that's how I end up there is people wrap. Sometimes, go to your back again. Sometimes what'll happen from here, especially when we make them up this way, is I will be mounted, right, and I'll be here, and they'll pull me down, and then they'll try to work this arm around my head. Right, I've had people do that. Now they can kind of like push me off to the side. And sometimes people will try to finish here, but most of the time they can't even lock their hands. But I'll kind of end up here. So what I'll do, and this can come off of a takedown too, but what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll trap the arm, and I'll bring, if I want to go to this side over here, so I'm actually going to bring this foot up, which seems counterproductive. but I'm gonna put it across his thigh. Switch here. I'll put it across his thigh. So when I bring this one over, now try to track my leg. Track my leg with your legs. I'm gone. And then I get myself. So,
This is not pleasant.
I'm gonna have to bleep out all your cuss words here. So I had to get out with that the other day. So that's kind of how we go into the Vaughn Flue Choke. Super effective if somebody wraps your head. It's almost a gift most of the time. Sometimes they can wiggle their chin in there and block it, but it's very hard to defend. At the very least, they're going to be worried about that, and you can go ahead and advance positions and do whatever you want. Or as they're trying to get their arm back out, use that to attack off of there. So that's what we got. If you got some good information out of this, hit that like button for me, please. Subscribe, hit the notification bell if you haven't. Please share all over social media. Check out Omar's page. What's
YouTube is Street Beef GoPro, and Facebook is also Street Beef GoPro, and also Instagram is also Street Beef GoPro. So make sure you follow all these things.
I'll try to get links in the description for you all for that if you want to go check it out. Some fun backyard fights to watch. He's got quite a few up there. How many times you fought out there?
Too many to remember, but a good fight on the 11th of July. It's going to be a championship fight, a belt fight. Make sure you stick around for that.
He'll be bringing that home. All right, thanks for watching. We will catch you next time on Mastering MMA.